Call to order open session at 7:03 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance, I'd like to ask our student board member to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Land acknowledgement, we'd like to acknowledge that our district is on the ancestral land of the Cahuilla people, with whom we have a long-standing partnership. We are grateful for the opportunity to prepare future generations, teaching them to respect and contribute to the community and to continue the stewardship exemplified by the Cahuilla people. Roll call will reflect that all board members are present, as well as cabinet and superintendent. We also have present our student board member, Emily Dorman, representing Palm Desert High School. Approve the minutes of the regular meeting of March 18th, 2025.
So moved, Dorman.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question, preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried.
One abstention.
You're going to?
Yeah.
Would you like to abstain? Okay. So that motion is going to carry 3-0 with one abstention, or two abstentions, and one preferential vote. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting of March 20th, 2025?
So moved, Pierce.
Is there a second?
Second, Alvarez.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Board meeting addenda, Dr. May-Volmar.
There are none this evening.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of the regular meeting of April 15th, 2025?
So moved, Dorman.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question, preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0 with one preferential vote. Community staff and student recognition, Dr. May-Volmar.
I'd like to invite our public information officer to the podium.
Good evening, members of the school board, cabinet, colleagues, and of course our honored guests tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I am thrilled to introduce our honorees tonight. And before we get started, I just have a few quick reminders for everyone. After receiving your awards, please take your seat and stay for the board's remarks on your recognition. You don't want to miss it. And then once we've wrapped up, Board President Kylie Watson, she will invite you to meet me in the lobby for a quick photo opportunity. Now we're going to do things just a tiny bit differently and move photos past the staircase and around the corner by the values banners. Except for the big group that we have here tonight, we might still have to do those on the staircase because it's such a big group. But in the meantime, if you need to leave early, please do so quietly to keep the focus on those presenting and receiving their awards. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and celebrate our amazing honorees. And first, I'd like to welcome Dr. Dan Borgen, Director of Personnel and Leadership Development, to present our Employees of the Month. Dr. Borgen.
Thank you, Tamara. Good evening, board, cabinet, all my friends in the audience. Again, I get the privilege of recognizing 3 outstanding Desert Sands employees as Employees of the Month for the month of April. And I believe all 3 of them are going to be totally surprised. Let's see if I did a good job. First off, our classified Employee of the Month, Administrative Assistant Bilingual from Jackson Elementary, Iris Gomez Munoz. As Iris makes her way up here, I'll say a few words about her. Iris is the Administrative Assistant Bilingual at Jackson Elementary. She is the heart of the school. She consistently goes above and beyond the call of duty to make sure that Jackson Elementary runs like a well-oiled machine. She has an I can attitude and always approaches situations with a solution-based attitude. Jackson Elementary is very busy from bell to bell and beyond, and she is always ready to support the students, families, and staff in any way possible. Jackson Elementary School appreciates her very much. Congratulations, Iris. Next, our certificated employee of the month for the month of April. Also coming from Jackson Elementary School, the project teacher, Debbie Bridges. Are you surprised, Deb? Oh, good. Debbie is Jackson Elementary School's project teacher extraordinaire. She supports Jackson Elementary with attendance, ELOP, and other duties as assigned, and is the driving force on the Jackson Guiding Coalition team. She is well respected on the campus and is known for her intelligence, impeccable work ethic, and caring personality. She is patient with staff, beloved by students and staff, and respected in the community. She is the epitome of professionalism. Debbie is often the voice of reason in challenging situations and is able to see the big picture in a complicated school system. Principal Tijarina says that she could not do her job as effectively without Debbie on her team. Congratulations, Debbie Bridges. And finally, our administrator of the year, of the month. That's coming next month. Principal from Truman Elementary, Kristen Harper. You were surprised? Oh, good. Did Jay say he was getting the award or something? Sort of. Oh, I need that. All right, Kristen. Kristen has done an incredible job stepping into the role of principal this year. Right from the beginning, she has led with confidence, focus, and a clear vision, like someone who's been doing this much longer. She has worked tirelessly to build a culture of accountability while keeping Truman Elementary School the supportive, welcoming place it's always been. What stands out most is her work ethic and how much she cares. She leads with humility, owns her mistakes, and really listens. You can tell every decision she makes comes from a place of wanting what's best for students and the school community. Kristen leads by example and gives people the space and support to grow. Thanks to her leadership, there's a renewed sense of direction and momentum at Truman, and it's making a real difference. Congratulations, Kristen Harper. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to Dr. Borgen, and let's have one more round of applause for our Employees of the Month. Next, we have the incredible honor of celebrating some of our outstanding AVID students, and Dr. Carrie Penny and Veronica Amesqua. They join us now. The floor is yours, ladies.
Good evening, board members. We want to thank you for this opportunity for us to share our DSUSD AVID student standouts. This past March, we had the opportunity to have ARC, AVID Riverside County, celebrate our students at a dinner and ceremony with their families, and it was a great event, and we are thrilled that we get to present our standouts to you. And so these are scholars through and through. They exemplify AVID, that advancement via individual determination, through their organizational skills, their leadership in the classroom, and their commitment to support and help their peers. These students are goal setters and work hard to achieve them. So with not a moment to spare, we're going to celebrate our students. From Carter Elementary School, Nancy Vu. Also from Carter Elementary School, Natalie Rose Hernandez. From Dr. Carry-On Academy, Hollis Strassnyder. Also from Dr. Carry-On, Liliani Garcia. From Korea Ranch Elementary, Sergio Gallardo Bayan. From Korea, Liliane Moreno. From Hoover Elementary School, Frankie Rivas. Step forward. Frankie, step forward. From Hoover, David Martinez. From Jackson Elementary School, Eliana Ramirez. From Jackson, Joshua Mora. From Johnson Elementary, Colette Burbank. From Johnson, Valentina Moya. From Kennedy Elementary, Enzo Muñaco Ureta. He actually helped me. From Kennedy, Crystal Molina. From Lincoln Elementary, Michaela Martin. From Lincoln Elementary, Ivy Almodovar. From Madison, Savannah Torres. Also from Madison, Clarissa Medina. From Monroe Elementary, Claire Aceves. From Monroe, Samir Pacheco. From Reagan Elementary, Noah Hester. From Reagan, Kenzie Akinbayoti. From Roosevelt Elementary, Karina Belayo. From Roosevelt Elementary, Sofia Montes. From Truman Elementary, Eliani Carrillo. Also from Truman, Ariana Ulish. From Van Buren Elementary, Sofia Vasquez Acosta. And also from Van Buren, Lorenzo Calderon Robles. And now we want to present our middle school, our 8th grade standout. So our elementary is our 5th grade standout. Our middle school, we have our 8th grade standout. So from Desert Ridge Academy, Valeria Magallon. Also from Desert Ridge Academy, Brianna Michelle. From Jefferson Middle, Cynthia Ceja Arredondo. From Jefferson, Jasmine Valenzuela. From John Glenn Middle School, London Anderson. From John Glenn Middle School, Valerie Galleta Mejia. From Indio Middle School, James Lockhart. From Indio Middle, Juan Valdez. From La Quinta Middle School, Miranda Drumheller. From La Quinta Middle School, Israel San Sanico. From Page Middle School, Delina Corona. From Page Middle School, Edelyn Grace Gayabab. From Palm Desert Charter Middle School, Daniela Castellanos Gonzalez. From Palm Desert Charter, Valeria Castellanos Moreno. And now to our senior standouts, our 12th graders, who we're so very proud of. From Amistad High School, Gianna Lopez. Also from Amistad, Zaida Hernandez Colegio. From Indio High School, Betsabe Soria. Also from Indio High School, Vianel Ruiz Franco. Our standout from La Quinta High School, Josue Munoz. Also from La Quinta High School, Summer Slaughter. From Palm Desert High School, Emmanuel Navarro. From Palm Desert High School, Taylor Gallegos. From Shadow Hills High School, Annette Cano. And from Shadow Hills, Juliana Lopez. We also like to recognize our 2 write-off winners, our recognition for sophomore La Quinta High School, Emily Penny, for winning the write-off, and Indio High School senior, Betsabe Soria. And finally, we would like to also recognize our AVID tutors. Our AVID elected teachers work very, very hard every day supporting our students and building these scholars. But without the tutors, it's a hard job. So we are grateful for having them to help with tutorials and other tasks in the classroom. And so these tutors were recognized by the teachers and students. So we want to congratulate Emma Bibo, who was able to support John Glenn and DRA. Also supporting DRA, Molly Martin. And supporting Amistad and John Glenn, Willow Wild. So I want to congratulate and thank our scholars. I want to give them a chance to turn around and face their families so that our families can cheer them on. So scholars, let's go ahead and turn around and let's face our families. Big smiles. And then I would like to invite you to go ahead and turn back to the board, please. And esteemed board, we invite you to, if you would like to ask any questions or comments at this time. No? Okay, so we really appreciate this time and thank you for allowing us to recognize our AVID scholars.
All right, one more round of applause for all of our AVID scholars. Way to go. And just once again, after we hear the remarks from the board and the superintendent, once that concludes, I'd love to invite all of you out in the lobby for a photo op. Thank you so much.
Introduction of new or recently promoted employees, we have none. Board and superintendent comments. Ms. Dorman.
First, I would like to congratulate all of the employees of the month, Ms. Iris Gomez Munoz, Ms. Debbie Bridges, and Ms. Kristen Harbour. Thank you for your contribution to our district. Also, congratulations to all the AVID student standouts and our AVID tutors for all the hard work they've put in towards their schooling. Thank you.
Actually, yeah, the same thing. I'm really proud of the employees of the month. I like this recognition program, and I believe that it allows us to recognize people throughout the year for all they do, knowing that we have many, many more that are not chosen but are out there helping our district do the best we can. And the student standouts, I was going to ask a question like, how are they chosen? But maybe, I hope I didn't miss it.
They're going to do an AVID presentation, and so you could certainly, yes, absolutely could ask it then.
It sounds like we had quite a few that couldn't even come tonight, and then they all went to Riverside for the celebration, right? Oh, locally in town. Okay, good. Well, anyway, I'm really proud of all those students for being the models for their peers and their undergrade students. So that's it.
Alvarez.
Ditto about the employees. It's a lot of work every day, day in, day out. To Iris, Debbie, Ms. Harper, just I appreciate the genuine effort you guys put in every day and being a role model to the other employees, so thank you for your efforts. I did, prepare just a written statement as we come into, in our environment, state testing time, which is very important for us. As we approach state testing, I want to take a moment to express my deep appreciation for your hard work and commitment throughout the year. These assessments are just one way to measure progress, but they do not define your worth or the incredible learning that happened every day in our schools. To our administrators and teachers, thank you for your tireless efforts to support and inspire our students. Your leadership and dedication do not go unnoticed. To our students, believe in yourself and do your best. You are more than just a test score, and we are proud of your growth, resilience, and determination. Now it's time to go show them what you've worked all year for. So good luck in these coming weeks as we prepare to demonstrate the great things that are occurring here at Desert Sands. And I just want to make sure that we, as a community and as our parents, we prepare our students the best by ensuring that they get good sleep, eat properly, and are ready to do their best. Additionally, I do want to congratulate our superintendent for being recognized as the California Association of Latino School Administrators. She's being recognized for an award from our association. So the Latino administrators appreciate and congratulate you. To our students, thank you. The AVID presentation, a lot of great things happening with AVID, and we know that they're building great foundational skills, so we want to acknowledge the efforts taking place. Quería dar las gracias a los padres por el apoyo que le dan a sus hijos cada día que están en las escuelas. Es difícil y el trabajo que están haciendo en tiempo los va a agarrar una oportunidad que no tenemos nosotros a veces, ¿verdad? Cuando estamos creciendo. Es que muchas gracias por lo que están haciendo. Con el apoyo que los dan a los estudiantes, agradecemos todo lo que hacen ustedes como padres en la comunidad. And that's it.
Boris?
Well, I just want to welcome Ms. Dorman to our board as our student board member. You're doing an excellent job. And of course, congratulations to the employees of the month. I think it's pretty cool that you got your employee of the month for April and kind of the middle of April so you can celebrate all month instead of at the end. So, and I love the energy in here, all the support that you're all getting. And anyway, you deserve it. So it's exciting for you to be here tonight. And also the AVID students, I just want to also congratulate the teacher or the parents that actually support their students to be the very best that they can be. And I see somebody in the audience that I know, Jess, and I saw Claire, which was pretty exciting to see Claire. I haven't seen her in a long time, so she's gotten so tall. But anyway, congratulations to them. And thank you, Carrie, Penny, and Veronica. You guys do an amazing job with your AVID students. So anyway, congratulations to everyone.
Just a few words. I'd just like to say congratulations to our fine students on their awards and to our wonderful staff, in particular, Ms. Nunez, Ms. Bridges, and Ms. Harper. Congratulations on the continued success you continue to show our schools and our community as you move forward. In the final stretch here, we go to the 24-25 school year. I wish everyone the best of luck. Again, I'm proud every time because I think that the greatest celebrations we do is when we celebrate our students with their success, and today was a good tribute and a good example of the successes that we have here at Desert Sands. Thank you.
I, too, want to congratulate our employees of the month and, again, reiterate I appreciate the new program and acknowledging them. A few things that I did with Ms. Porras. We visited some schools in the last couple of weeks. We visited Horizon Summit, Page, and John Glenn. We also attended the Lunch on the Lawn. And I attended Coffee with Kelly at Gerald Ford and the elementary track and field event. We also, all except for Ms. Pierce, attended the Indio High School Honors Dessert the other night. And I want to congratulate all of our AVID students, but more importantly, I want to thank our admin and teachers and everybody, support staff, for being here to acknowledge them. And I want to congratulate their parents because they couldn't do it without you. I also want to say congratulations to Gerald Ford for becoming a distinguished school this year. So congratulations to not only Mr. Preston, but all of his staff and his students for their hard work. Dr. Mabel-Moore.
Yes, thank you. Just want to reiterate what everyone has said. Congratulations to all the employees of the month, very well deserved. Iris and I worked together a long time ago at Franklin. So super proud of all of you, and very proud of our students, and so happy that they could be here tonight and receive the very enthusiastic show of support that they did. Really, really wonderful. I just want to, we're coming up on spring break, and so a couple things. I just want to thank our employees for all the work that they do, but encourage you as well during this time to take some very well-deserved time for yourself to refresh and to recoup and to fill your bucket. Or our students, the same thing. You work very, very hard. So take some time to get refreshed before we hit that last few weeks of the year. I hope everyone has an amazing, amazing time. And then finally, April 29th is National Fentanyl Awareness Day. And so I just want to encourage everyone, especially our parents, please have conversations with your children about the dangers of fentanyl. Even if you're not worried about them, having that conversation with them could help them to make the difference in maybe a friend's life or a relative's life. So very, very sad, the effect that it's having on our society. But I think the more that we all talk about it and the more that we share about it, the better apt we are to help students and adults alike to be aware of the dangers of it. So.
Through the chair. I wanted to highlight some things that I forgot to mention that I wanted to highlight about schools that I was able to attend real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I was, there's so much going on at the end of the year. And one thing, I did go to coffee with Kelly at Ford. And we had another one of our governance board meetings where we go through all of our goals and priorities in the district and see where we are in reaching those, and those 4-hour sessions are very helpful. I was able to drop in and talk to the students at the Youth Leadership Day. I don't know if any of the kids here were at that, facilitated by Dr. Farah and others, teachers, and it was done very well. They were all sharing ideas and answering different prompt questions. I also attended the One Future Coachella Valley, a very great organization in our valley that supports students that may not have the opportunity to usually go to college with scholarships and support. And a friend of mine, Lori Brock, and I, we went over to the special needs students prom. That was at the Polo Grounds. It was such a beautiful setting to watch all those kids and young adults that are in the adult transition program dress up and dance to the DJ and have a great time with their families. Also, I was able to go to the Palm Desert High School production of Footloose, done very well, very professionally. And a number of us attended the RCOE Student of the Month, maybe Ms. Porras and I. I dropped by Family Literacy Night at Page, where each kid received like 4 or 5 free books. They went around to all these literacy stations, a lot of little hopping things and playing games and everything related to literacy. Plus they had an author there that was signing her books. It was a very a nice event. And I sat in on the Head Start budgeting meeting. Head Start, the one that's located right at the district, but over other sites in our district, going over their yearly budget and how different funding things may affect that. And so that was very interesting. And then the last thing I went to was the Shrek performance at La Quinta High. It was very well done. It was so good. And it ended this last weekend. And I was gone the weekend of the Beetlejuice at Indio High, so I didn't get to go there. But lots of exciting things where the kids can showcase what they're doing through the year. And it was, if you ever get a chance to go to any of them, it's great to support them. Thanks.
At this time, I'd like to give everyone that came for recognition the opportunity to go and celebrate with your friends and family, unless you're staying for the remainder of the meeting. So head out for your picture, and I just ask that if you're going to be in conversation, to take your conversations outside, please. Public comments on open session items. Communications from the floor in accordance with the bylaws of the board, number 9323. Time is reserved for oral communication by members of the Board of Education or by citizens. Citizens wishing to be heard on agenda items, regular or special meeting, and or non-agenda items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board, regular meetings only, shall have a 3-minute limit. A total of 20 minutes will be reserved for public comment on each item. The board president, with concurrence of the board, may extend this time if deemed appropriate due to the number of citizens who wish to speak on an item. In accordance with the law, the board cannot take action on any matter not appearing on the agenda, as indicated in the bylaws of the board, number 9232.2. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda, regular or special meeting, or non-agenda item, regular meeting. The board shall limit the total time to public input on each item to 20 minutes. Please be advised that there is a possibility that some items discussed during public comment may not be developmentally appropriate for minors. We ask that parents use their discretion when choosing to remain in the boardroom during public comment. If you choose to leave the room, you may wait in the overflow location at the end of the hallway and will be notified when public comments have concluded. There are no online public comments this evening. And Dory O'Toole.
Good evening. I'm here to discuss 2 issues, or at least question 2 issues. One is the land acknowledgement pledge that is done during your meetings. I understand that 40 school districts chose to do it. Now 30 only do it. 2 got rid of the Pledge of Allegiance, and 2 do the land acknowledgement pledge before the Pledge of Allegiance. I, as a citizen of the United States, take great offense to it, and I would like to have an explanation, and it can be sent to my email or you can direct me somewhere, to understand how this came to be in the school district. I don't understand why it makes any sense. From what I've read, it's pretty disturbing as to how it came to be, and I hope you all know how it came to be. The second thing I want to talk about is the Alder GSE program that's about to be voted on for the Desert Sands Unified School District. I found it to be extremely disturbing, once again, that you would fast track teachers to teach our students, innocent young people. Would you go to the doctor or go have surgery and go under the knife from a doctor who was fast-tracked through medical school, who was fast-tracked through the residency program? Would you do that? And how many of you in this board have children in school? And would that be okay with you, that teachers are getting fast-tracked and they're being trained as social justice warriors, as well as getting invited into students' homes? Have you looked at the curriculum and what these students, these teachers are learning, and the questions and the actual curriculum of the classes? Have you read all that yet? Because I have. Thanks to Kenny Snell, who wrote a very in-depth article, which I would recommend, if you haven't done it, before you vote, you certainly do read it. Because it's a lot to digest, and it would be hard for me to understand that after reading it all, and looking at the curriculum of these student teachers, that you would vote to have these teachers come as residents, quote-unquote residents, who have gotten to where they got by diversity, equity, inclusion, and my favorite, belonging, whatever that means. So I really hope that before you vote on that, you give it some serious consideration. Thank you.
Kenny Snell.
Good evening. Can you hear me okay? Great. So I'm here to talk to you tonight about Alder acceptance, or the Alder GSE, your Graduate School of Education. I warned you a month ago. I even gave you an article that showed you that it was going to put your federal money at risk because it violates President Trump's executive orders as well as Department of Education regulations. So here's the thing. I'm sure you guys read the program. You put all the exhibits. If you read Exhibit AE, which is to be accepted into GSE, students must demonstrate a commitment to DEI tenets. They must demonstrate a commitment to DEI. They must also prove that they will lead students and families in activism. And that's just to get into the program. If you look at the program learning objectives, the heart part of that, it tells the student, there's 3 aspects. It tells them to go out, identify, locate problems to bring students and families to activism. That's BLM. That's Antifa. You're going to enjoy that, I think. Now, you did not attach the actual program, the learning, the courses that these kids take, or the actual meat and potatoes of it, but I found it. So I'd ask you to go look at child development and learning theory, where it's going to send these kids, well, student teachers, pretty much kids, into the homes to intrude on families, ask private questions about the family, and talk to kids about gender, sexual identity, and dating, and what kind of conversations do you hear, and how can I help you transition? This is all. These student teachers are getting a teaching credential and a master's degree in 1 year with 34 units. A traditional college would take you 2 to 3.5 years. And you could get a master's degree if you took 45 units. Half their coursework is focused on DEI nonsense. So I'd really like to be there on the conversation when you explain to your current teachers how these teachers are going to be just as highly educated as them with 1 year of nonsense. But, you know, I brought you the facts if you'd like to read that over and share it together. But again, you do what you want. I'm going to go home, and I suspect I'll just file yet another complaint with the Department of Education on the DEI tip line. I've lost count on how many I've done. And I'm out of time, or I'd tell you about some of the others. So thank you. Any questions? Okay, good luck.
Kathy Figueroa.
Hi, my name is Catherine Figueroa, and I am with Southern California West Coast Electric, Inc. Our company was the apparent lowest bidder for bid category 22 of the Shadow Hills High School excuse me, Phase 2 project that bid on April 8th, 2025. Today at 12:16 p.m., our company received an email from the district stating that the staff intends to recommend to the board to reject all bids for the Shadow Hills High School Phase 2 project for electrical bid category. The letter states that all bidders for this category listed a subcontractor who is not pre-qualified to submit a bid for this project. The listed subcontractor, Time and Alarm, who was listed by all contractors, provided a copy of their pre-qualification letter received from Desert Sands USD, stating that they were in fact pre-qualified. The letter is dated May 1st, 2024, and at the end of the letter it states, your pre-qualification status is good from 1 year from the date of this letter. That would make the listed subcontractor, Time and Alarm, pre-qualification good through May 1st, 2025. Based on this letter, Time and Alarm received from Desert Sands USD, the reason for rejection for all bids for this category is not accurate or valid. I have provided a copy of this letter with me today for your records, which you have in front of you. In addition to the specifications and drawings for this project, specifically called out for a Gamewell FCI fire alarm system, and for it to be provided and installed by a Gamewell FCI Elite partner. The only subcontractor certified and allowed to provide and install this system in our area is Time and Alarm, the listed subcontractor by all contractors. There is no other subcontractor that is allowed to provide or install this system. I ask that the district and board, for these reasons I just mentioned, to please reconsider rejecting all bids and award the project to the apparent lowest bidder, Southern California West Coast Electric. Thank you.
Marcelina?
Good evening, members of the board and fellow members here of the Valley. My name is Marcelina. I'm the mother of Nolan Hernandez, a 7-year-old special needs student in the 1st grade at Oliphant Elementary. I'm here tonight because my son was able to walk off school grounds again, completely unsupervised. He walked over a mile home by himself, and no staff notified myself, my husband, or the police. We had to find out by my husband picking up our younger daughter, and then being notified by her teacher that our son had walked off school property. I had to be the one to call the police and file a report. And I wish I could say this was a freak accident and that this hadn't happened before, but it had. This is the 2nd time it's happened. After the first incident, I was excluded from all follow-up communication. The situation was minimized. There was no transparency, and the principal, Jeff Heskin, made no effort to contact me or accept responsibility. Though the school changed its dismissal process, nothing was explained to me directly and clearly, and changes were ineffective. Now it has happened again, and this time when I did speak to Mr. Heskin, he was dismissive, lacking empathy, and even tried to shift the blame onto my 7-year-old child. He said something to the effect of, regardless of what took place, I can't guarantee the safety of all the children here at the school. I didn't know that there was 580 children till that day, and he told me that. Now it's happened. Let it be very clear that if a school principal cannot guarantee the safety of children in his care, he's not fit to hold that position. It wasn't until I contacted Assistant Superintendent Laura Fisher that I got real action and I was taken serious. She responded swiftly and arranged for my son to have a student aide escort him after school, which I deeply appreciate. But it shouldn't take a desperate call to the district office for a parent to get basic safety measures for their child, especially a child with special needs. Out of genuine concern and fear that this would be ignored or mishandled, I have also formally notified the ADA, the Americans with Disability Act office, to ensure that my child Nolan's rights will be protected and won't be missed this time. I don't want his safety to be overlooked once again. I am asking this board for 3 specific things. 1, that Principal Jeff Heskin face serious consequences for the repetitive negligence and his failure to act. 2, that the district implement or enforce a clear protocol for when a student is lost or left unsupervised off the campus. If there is a protocol, it failed twice for my son. I also ask that special needs students receive the supervision, support, and family communication they deserve. Parents must be involved, not left out when incidents like this occur. I know my time's almost up, but let me just say one more thing. And finally, I want to leave you with this. We have Amber Alerts, we have Megan's Laws, we have Code Adams in stores when children go missing. Let's not wait until we're forced to create a Code Nolan to finally take student safety seriously. The warning signs are here, and if they're ignored, it's just dangerous. I want accountability, I want change. Oh, go ahead, sorry. Thank you.
That somebody follow up with that family.
Yes, and I got all of the requests.
Thank you. Okay, information. Palm Desert High School students will participate in the Academic World Quest National Competition in Washington, D.C. from April 25th to 29th, 2025. Shadow Hills High School girls basketball team participation in the Section 7 tournament in Glendale, Arizona from June 12th to 14th, 2025. Strategic Plan for the Visual and Performing Arts 2024 to 2029. Head Start program reports for November 2024 to January 2025. California School Employees Association Chapter 106 initial proposal to negotiate with the Desert Sands Unified School District for the 2025 to 2026 school year. Quarterly report summary on the Williams uniform complaints, January to March 2025, and disposal of surplus property per resolution number 01/2024-2025. Staff conference items, Dr. May Volmar.
Yes, I believe we will begin this evening with our ASB report from Palm Desert High School.
Good evening. My name is Emily Dorman, and I am Palm Desert High School's current ASB Executive President. It is an honor. It is an honor to be here tonight to represent PDHS and to present our school's ASB report. I would like to extend my gratitude to our principal, Ms. Sarit Seg, and our ASB advisor, Coach K. Thank you for all your support and assistance throughout the year in all our activities and events. I would also like to thank my ASB class for all of their hard work this year and for being here to support me tonight. Lastly, I would like to give a special thanks to our CTE Film and Broadcasting program, led by Mr. Grandmain. Thank you, Julianne Brinson and her team of students who helped produce this entire video and make our ideas come to life. For our presentation, we wanted to share the parts of PDHS that we are really proud of. Over the last few years, I have been involved in the creation of videos such as Day in the Life of an Aztec and We Are PD. This year, we took a more creative approach to our ASB report and created a parody by ordering off our menu of all of the programs offered at PDHS. Here at PDHS, we take our learning Aztec style. We embody what it means to show our Aztec pride. Our students are proactive, respectful, involved, determined, and ethical. And now I invite you to enjoy Palm Desert High School's ASB report.
Welcome to Aztec Out 2025. What can I start you off with?
Hello. Can I get the number 1 Aztec combo? Here at PDHS, 1,365 students have earned the distinction of being an Aztec Scholar, which requires them to earn at least a 3.0 or higher GPA. A big reason for having so many successful students here at PDHS is our office hours program, which gives students intervention and enrichment opportunities twice a week, allowing them to get teacher feedback, improve grades, and catch up on work. Additionally, we have 130 AVID trained peer tutors who are certified to give peer-to-peer tutoring during office hours. Many of our Aztecs also participate and excel in the rigorous courses offered here at PDHS. There are 25 AP classes and 4 dual enrollment classes available on campus. 525 of our students push themselves to take these more rigorous courses. Last year, our school administered 1,200 AP exams in total, and the overall pass rate of our APs combined was 77%. As you can see, Palm Desert High School gives us students the resources and opportunities we need to succeed both within the classroom and outside of the classroom, and we know our teachers and administrators are extremely proud.
I'd love to see it. What else can I get you at PDHS?
May I please get a number 2 CTE pathway?
Here at PDHS, we have 6 amazing career technical education programs, each unique to the 986 students who participate in them. Out of these 988 students, 147 of them received certificates crediting their accomplishment. What's up, Aztecs, and welcome to the first stop, the Aztec Studios. My name is Julianne Brinson, and I am the lead anchor of our Film and Broadcasting CTE pathway. But I'm not the only one. Come with me to check out our other pathways we have here on campus, starting with the Aztec Arts Professional Dance Academy.
This is my 4th year in the CTE dance program, and I have learned so many things such as like professionalism, adaptability here in this program, and I plan on using all the skills that I have acquired in this wonderful program into college, where I'll be earning a BFA in dance.
Welcome to theater!
How has being in theater inspired you? Being in the Performing Arts Academy has really inspired me to pursue acting at College of the Desert and there on forth, and I'm so grateful for the opportunities that this theater has provided me and for everybody I've met through this program.
I've been in the engineering pathway for 3 years. The pathway's really taught me how to problem solve, which I'm going to apply in my future career.
Will is right. The engineering pathway excels in teaching students hands-on, digital, and creative skills that can be applied to any career in the future. Specifically, these students learn to work with 3D printers, engineering software, and real architecture safety code.
Come on in.
What has your experience in Health Academy been like?
Health Academy has taught me the fundamentals of medicine that will give me a jump start at university.
Like Preston said, the Health Academy is an exciting 3-year pathway designed to prepare students for a career in the medical field. The Health Academy provides students with various opportunities like college visits with medical programs, volunteering, and innovative projects on community health.
How do you expect to use vocal music in your future careers?
I expect to use it through how I connect with people. It's showed me how to express my passion and my empathy towards people and how I go about learning different cultures, and I really hope to use that with what I want to do in the future, which is to help people, and I really think that choir and music can really help with that.
However, these are not our only programs offered. PDHS offers vigorous courses in professional music, automotive, construction, cosmetology, and welding. As you can see, these CT pathways give us the confidence in potential occupations and set us up for future success on camera, on stage, or within central trade careers.
You got it. What else would you like?
I would love a number 3, Aztec Leadership. Hi, my name is Amaya D'Souza, and I've been the class president at ASB for 3 years now. One of ASB's main focus is to plan, coordinate, and host all of our school dances, events, and of course, our sporting events. My friends here in Aztec Impact work along with us to help with all these events, and of course, they encourage academic achievement and increasing overall attendance. They do this by having student birthday balloons, staff appreciation, and of course, athlete recognition balloons. Along with this, our amazing Link crew works with our freshman leadership class and of course our freshman Link crew to help cultivate and welcome in our new freshman class of Aztecs. They do this by planning our freshman orientation, freshman celebration, and of course our future freshman day, which happens right before school starts. And here's our student store. Let's go on in. Aztec Gold is one of our newest programs here at Palm Desert High School, and it happens twice a month right here in our student store. Students can receive Aztec Gold for doing things like signing up for office hours, getting AVID peer tutoring, or even just coming to school overall. Students can come here and redeem their stuff for things like snacks and sweet treats, and you know what, honestly, I think it's a pretty good deal.
That's my favorite. Is there anything else I can get you?
Don't forget to add a number 4 Aztec Athlete.
At Palm Desert High School, we love our CIF championships. We have 42 of them and still counting. I'm Parker Fennell, and this year, my team and I won Boys Varsity Water Polo Championship. But we're not the only ones. This May, Boys Golf won the Division I CIF Championship, placing them to be one of the best teams in the nation. Additionally, girls and boys tennis, girls golf, girls water polo, and boys wrestling went undefeated in Desert Empire League this year. In the year since 1992, Palm Desert High School has obtained 42 championships in total.
We also have 34 runner-ups under our belt.
As Parker mentioned, Palm Desert High School provides a wide array of athletic opportunities, with nearly 30 sports offered, including well-established programs such as basketball, wrestling, and football.
And lastly, can we get an Aztec style fries for our friend Monty over here?
Oh, can't forget those Aztec style fries.
Here at PDHS, we take our learning Aztec style by successfully balancing our academics, pathways, sports, and leadership all at once.
All of our amazing Aztec Out combos make our school the ideal place for any student to learn, achieve, and grow into the person we wish to become. With the support of our incredible staff, teachers, admin, and each other, we are able to succeed.
We all pride ourselves in being the leaders of tomorrow, and we do so by being proactive, respectful, involved, determined, and of course ethical.
We are so honored to be PDHS scholars, athletes, and ambassadors for our school.
Thank you to our incredible board members and district cabinet like you. We get to share the Aztec pride with entering freshmen and encourage the next generation to do even greater things.
You know, there are over 2,000 students at Palm Desert High School who enjoy coming to school every day. You know why? Because it's a great day to be an Aztec.
Thank you, Miss A.
Every day is a great day to be an Aztec.
Thank you all for listening.
Ms. Pierce, do you want to make a comment?
It was done very professionally, and it was just really creative and fun to watch. So, and I know they're all making fun of each other out there, but it was really good. It was done differently, and I like it.
Very creative, guys. I'll take a number 1 protein style. I thought that set it apart from the other presentations we've had. You know, that's some creativity there. So kudos to you for an amazing presentation.
Very original and very creative, and I love the energy from you guys, the support that you give. Palm Desert High School rocks, so you guys are amazing.
Yeah, I just want to, whoops, look at that.
Creative.
Where's the mic? Right here. Hey, congratulations on a successful school year and all the accolades that you have won at Palm Desert High. It's a tribute, to your families and your fine teachers and staff there. I thought the video, the commercial there was, or whatever you want to call it, was absolutely amazing. So I was mesmerized. I thought I was at home watching television. Okay, it was that good. Yeah. So thank you so much. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your year, and thank you for coming out today. We appreciate you.
Great job, guys. And thank you, Miss Seg, for being a good sport. That was awesome of you. I think you're the only principal that's been in the ASV video. So, yeah, go PDHS. Obviously. Good job, guys.
Well, that was absolutely outstanding. Great job, incredibly creative. I think I'll echo the comment, probably the most creative one we've seen so far. So really, really great job. And Emily, on behalf of the board and myself, we want to thank you so much for your service as a student board member. We have a plaque that we want to give you, and just want to say thank you for doing a truly outstanding job as a student board member.
Our next presentation, I'm going to excuse all of our Palm Desert High School students because I'm sure you have a lot of studying you need to go do, right? Yes is the right answer. You're welcome. Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Thanks for coming.
All right. Good job, guys. That was good. Bye, Ms. Mazet.
All right, so for our next presentation, I'll turn it over to Dr. Wood.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome up to the podium our College and Career Director, Kevin Bebo, who will be introducing his team as they present the AVID presentation this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Wood, and thank you to our trustees and cabinet. Appreciate this time tonight to keep this positive energy going as we celebrate our students. What a wonderful evening it's been. Super exciting. I have the privilege now of introducing two of the most amazing educators I've worked with in my career, Ms. Veronica Amesqua and Dr. Carrie Penny, who will be presenting more information about our AVID program.
Hello, good evening. I am super excited to be here again to share our AVID journey. I feel like it's been a couple of years, which I think it has been a couple of years since the last time I was up here, and a lot has happened. So I would like to take this incredible opportunity to share the journey, the transformational impact that AVID has had across our district, and celebrate our tireless dedication that our educators have and the unwavering support of our families and our vibrant partnerships with our community members, all of whom have made this progress possible, all of who continue to champion student success. And so AVID in numbers, our footprint is massive and it's still growing. We are at all sites except for 4 elementary schools. You can see that we have over 2,500 elective students, over 8,000 elementary participants. And here's some headline news. 99% A through G requirements are met by our AVID seniors this year. So in all, we are affecting 10,253 students in 24-25. AVID is the catalyst for college and career readiness, and through the CCR framework, it aligns all of our work advocating for students. We've expanded student access to dual enrollment, AP and IB courses. Our student agency continues to create opportunities for students with peer tutoring, which you heard about at office hours with Palm Desert High School, and mentoring to ensure students are not only enrolling in rigorous classes, but they are thriving in them. AVID drives students to dream big and prepares them to act boldly. And all of our work is through this backbone that is the CCR framework, connecting all movements within the district, whether it's MTSS or aligning our MSAPs and SIPSAs. Our work is deeply rooted in the district portrait of a graduate competencies. Your board priorities actually light the path of our what, and AVID provides the how, the blueprint and momentum to make it actionable, supporting educators with strategies, and lifts up our student achievement and accelerating our district vision and mission, connecting our why as educators, preparing every student to thrive in college, career, and life. Each month, our district site team is really responsible for breaking down barriers. They come together and collaborate to ensure equity and fidelity and excellence. We also meet together at least twice a year for a full day, and it's not just professional development, it's actually a professional commitment. We look at our district site team of having positive interdependence, and that's what we are known for lifting up school sites, not competing with each other, but actually the success of all of our sites is due to this positive interdependence. We wouldn't be successful if we didn't insist on rigor, and in order to insist on rigor, we have to prepare our students for rigorous academic preparedness. And we do this by empowering teachers and students with best practices and PD through WICR every day and incorporating outside PD like building thinking classrooms or Kagan with our focus on 10-2-2, instructional delivery, and engagement strategies. AVID ensures that students are not only challenged but supported in that challenge. And we are really excited to say that this year we had the most in-house trainings of any year, 42 trainings to be exact. So our professional development is expanding. We trained ELD teachers, special education staff, our para-educators in AVID routines and strategies. AVID Excel and Emerge recursive routines have helped La Quinta Middle School and John Glenn dramatically improve their reclassification, evidence that AVID is working across all student needs. So AVID school-wide is something that we really are striving for every day. And this past year, we had our Summer Institute, so bringing our professional development training here to the desert, having AVID Center send in their staff developers. And it was a really exciting time. We wanted our educators that are not able to get out of the desert to also have that opportunity. And through this opportunity, we also had freedom writer Sonia Rekala come and share a keynote. We further authenticated the experience by having a student panel that was there to answer questions. And we had over 300 educators that joined us for the 3 days. With 7 communities of practice, and in all, 517 digital badges have been earned in 2024-25. All of this work really is what has streamlined and aligned all of our work to be collective educators with our efficacy in our commitments to students and student success. Through the modeling and high expectations every day, students are meeting our expectations. We've created a professional learning community where educators speak the same language of high expectations and best practices, whether it's AVID Foundations, Essential Skills, 10-2-2, Wicker, Emerge, Excel, CTE. We are empowering staff and transforming school culture. Our feedback has been celebratory and grateful. This is Matthew Blansett from Jackson Elementary, like many educators from this summer, posting on social media without being persuaded to. He says, another wonderful day of AVID training. Everybody knows that I'm not a fan of professional development days before school starts, but AVID classes and thinking map trainings are the exceptions. I always walk away with something useful for me and empowering for my students. Quality professional development programs use experienced teachers and focus on skills that are relevant to our situations. Grateful for the opportunity provided by our district to do this here in the desert at our local school building. So again, we thank and we are very grateful that you have provided us this opportunity and continue to support us in our journey. Because systems are so important, over the last year, you can see, the last 5 years, you can see that we are still at 97% of teachers trained in elementary school, and that's due to our onboarding of new teachers, having those systems in place so that we make sure that we are continuing to provide professional development for any new teachers. And secondary, we are still moving that needle. We're at 64% for secondary students, secondary teachers. Our systems have also this past year really focused on our PLC and refined that practice. At La Quinta High School, for example, we met with every department, going through their scope and sequence within the CTE departments, and really just trying to align the work and create a common language so that goals and collective commitments can be shared. Also, with our PLC process, we focused on higher level questioning. If students don't know how to ask questions, it's hard for them to get the answers to their points of confusion. So that has been a lot of our work this past year, is really working on higher level questioning for our teachers and supporting our students. With AVID, leadership is one of the things that always comes out. Our educators, whether they're part of our district site team, they have gone on to become instructional coaches, assistant principals, and even principals. And so we are super excited about what that has done for educators, really pushing them towards finding the leader within themselves. And in saying that, it also includes our students. Our student ambassadors, and providing those opportunities for students every single day to show their leadership skills has been one of our efforts this past year. And that is all due to student agency, which is in the College and Career Readiness framework of what students need in order to be successful, concentrating on our WICR and goal setting, and being reflective learners, where mistakes are part of the learning process and are rewarded by learning. And so you can see the weekly goals there. We're still doing weekly goals. And AVID tutorial process, we had two days with our elective teachers to refine our tutorial process with our tutors. So that has been really successful in refining our tutorials and making them very impactful. And you'll see that with our grades and some data that I'm going to share right now. So with middle school, our average attendance rate continues to improve compared to our non-AVID peers. And you'll see that AVID Excel students are showing outcomes that are within 1% of their non-AVID peers. So our average attendance in middle school is really showing improvement with those engagement strategies that we're trying to make sure are in everyday life and culture on campuses. Our AVID elective, we've really focused on that recruitment and making sure that we are looking to increase the students that are underrepresented in the AVID elective, so going out and looking for those students and supporting them in making decisions. So our African American enrollment grew from 6.5 to 10%, 2 or more races, 8 to 9%, and our homeless grew from 5% to 9%. Opportunity knowledge is another thing that is so important for our students, and over the course of this past year, you will see that all of our sites have really focused in on career and college experiences and opportunity knowledge. When you're prepared for life and having a rigorous academic preparedness, now you need to know what to do with it. So Career Ranch had their first annual career day this year, and it was super successful. Our middle schools went to Agua Caliente College Fair. We had LQHS, in addition to multiple schools, have career days where students actually presented to other students on careers. And through these college opportunities, we're opening doors for 30+ college trips, over 100 guest speakers this past year, and career fairs. These experiences ignite passion and possibility, and AVID students know their dreams are valid. And you can see that this is La Quinta High School, and over the course of the year, 160 students have visited 17 campuses. And why is that important? Because our persistence rate of staying at a campus that they choose is really due to the fact that they get to see where their home away from home is going to be and know what kind of culture and environment they want to be in. With a rigorous academic preparedness, very excited to share this data point, that over the past 5 years, AVID students have consistently demonstrated those stronger outcomes compared to non-AVID students in both graduation rates for UC and CSU eligibility. Our student outcomes are really due to all of the professional development that we've been supporting teachers with and having those high engagement strategies for student-centered learning. So our high school pass rates with the tutors in the room twice a week, you can see that students in AVID elective are more likely to pass their core classes. Student outcomes, we're on track, completed all credits attempted. AVID students are still 11% approximately 11% are more students from the class of 24 are enrolled in their first-time freshman immediately following graduation. So they are not only prepared, but they're ready to take that next step in life. Our CASP outcomes, students meeting or exceeding standards. This is pretty amazing. I think that AVID 11th grade students, and as we move all of our elementaries and support that vertical articulation, we've changed the trajectory of some of our students. And 11th grade AVID students were more likely to score as met or exceed standard. AP and IB participation, this is a number that has grown just over the last couple of years with our focus of dual enrollment and providing access for all students to take high rigorous courses and give them the supports to succeed. And you can see that our AVID students are more likely to take an AP or IB exam after enrolling in a course, and they are more likely to pass those exams at a higher rate. This is Javen Boxa. He is a La Quinta High School graduate from last year. AVID is nicely joined with our AVID National Demonstration School of being able to be IB for all. And so he is the first in history to score a perfect 10 on his IB exam, and we're super proud that he is an AVID student. So the class of 2024 going rates, they are more likely, 1.7 times more likely to attend a four-year college. So we're excited about that. And this is Joshua Alvalos. He is also from La Quinta High School. He is a graduate this year, and he is our first recipient of a Dell Scholarship. So future focused, we are continuing to strive towards our goals to have AVID school-wide. Having those best practices and be part of Tier 1 is so important for delivery. And from Carry On Elementary to Monroe Elementary being our national showcase schools, we've provided that inside, internal, intentional sites where we can visit and learn from each other. And we've added John Glenn to being an AVID National Demonstration School this past year. And just last month, La Quinta High School received their AVID National Demonstration School. They are 201st in the nation, actually in the continent. So we're very excited about that. All of this wouldn't be possible without relational capacity. Relational capacity is at the core and the heart of AVID, providing Family Fridays, student celebrations, and building relationships, team building in the classroom. And the kind of community that fuels dreams and keeps our students reaching is this kind of community. I'm going to just share with you that 90% of AVID students say they feel supported by an adult at school, and that's how we change lives. As we close, and this is where I get emotional, as we close, look at this last image. Students linked arm in arm, walking their campus tour. This is what the future looks like. And together with your continued support, we are building it. That's the future we're building, connected, courageous, and ready to lead. And so before I take any of your questions or entertain your questions, we do have two guests here. One was not able to make it, Catalina Cifuentes from Riverside County, but Julie Zyrold was able to get through the traffic, and she is here from AVID Riverside County. She is the Director of College and Career in Riverside County, and we also have Tracy Grove from AVID Center, and they would like to help us celebrate with what we've built together. So I'm going to just have them come up.
How do we follow that? Dr. Penny, I can't say enough for you and for Veronica for the hard, tireless work that you do to support AVID in Desert Sands. I see it, I live it, I get your phone calls. You need this or that, so we really appreciate it. On behalf of AVID Center and AVID Riverside County, we would like to take this moment to recognize you, the Board of Trustees of the Desert Sand Unified School District, for your support and your commitment and the investment that you made in the AVID College and Career Readiness System. And this is from our CEO, Dr. Tuan Nguyen, and this is a appreciation proclamation. I'm not going to read it to you. I know it's late. It's past my bedtime, but this is for you. We appreciate everything you do and your support.
So I'll pass this to Blanche for you later. At this time, do you have any questions or comments that you would like to make?
Ms. Dorman.
I would just like to say thank you for all your hard work and your commitment to AVID. And the presentation was very thorough and thoughtful. I myself am a AVID peer tutor, and I think it's a great program. I myself have learned so much as a tutor. I've grown with leadership and communication, and yeah, thank you for all your hard work.
Great to hear it from somebody who lives it. And I always enjoy visiting the schools with the AVID focus, because you can really tell the kids are looking towards being organized and communicating with people when they come in the room, the little ambassadors, and just showing more spirit and enthusiasm for school. So I love the AVID strategies and all the little weird things we do. But AVID cheers, okay? Yes, and so I want to thank you for an excellent report and appreciate all your hard work.
I want to say that the image in front of us, the hugging, the embracing, captures the spirit in which you two conduct your work. I've had an opportunity to visit with you during a demonstration school visit, and I'm not surprised at the demonstration schools because of the support you two provide. And I think that is the key difference, because it's obviously love your job, and the support you provide to schools makes all the difference. And I want to say thank you for what you're doing, so thank you.
When I think of AVID, I think of you three. Carrie and Veronica and Kevin. And it's the love that I feel that you have for the program, and that's why it's so successful, because you give so much of yourselves. Your heart and soul is in it. So that's why it's successful, is because of you. So I really appreciate you. This was a wonderful presentation, and it just shines, and your love just shines through it. So, and I love that you have the tutors, like Kevin Bebo's daughter is one of them. I saw that name and I'm like, I know who that is. So anyway, it's really great. And it's great to know that you're a tutor also. So you're giving back, which is amazing. So anyway, it just comes full circle, for the kids and everybody involved. So anyway, congratulations. Just keep up the great work.
And I'd just like to echo those sentiments, also saying what a wonderful report and reflection of the successes that you have there. AVID, the numbers speak for themselves. I attribute a lot of times that, it opens up a lot of students' eyes to the opportunities that are out there, from college to career, et cetera, and it lets them get a gentle helping hand, which is what you provide for them, Dr. Penny, and your staff, Veronica, et cetera. As an AVID, I went to my first AVID conference in the mid-'90s. I know, only a day over 40, but but back then, and you know what? I've always loved the energy that it brings, all the way to I attended the AVID award ceremony that the county put out the other day. And I remember the county, or someone up there said, Desert Sands basically owns the night, and we did. We had the most amount of award winners, and it really gives you pride, not only in your community, because I do feel not only, I don't go there as a board member. I go there oftentimes just as a local guy, just wants to see what's happening. And I really enjoyed it. It was a wonderful production put on. And again, thank you again, Riverside County, for coming out supporting our program. And thank you to the people here, Dr. Penny and Ms. Amesquat, on all that you do here. It's fabulous. I know the kids are just excited. Every time I see an AVID presentation, it's always top notch. Thank you so much.
I think they said it all. Thank you, Dr. Penny, Veronica, Kevin. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Public hearing. Public hearing number 10/2024-2025, California School Employees Association, Chapter 106, initial proposal to negotiate with the Desert Sands Unified School District for the 2025 to 2026 school year. Opening public comments at 8:26 p.m. Is there anyone wishing to make a comment on this item? I was waiting for you.
I know I asked
I
Trina
did it.
if you would throw something at me if I just took my time.
I was waiting for you.
No, it feels like we just finished negotiating, but thank you for bringing our initial proposal for the 25-26 school year to public hearing this morning, or this evening. We look forward to going back to the table with Dr. Hyde's team, and we are confident that we always come to some type of mutual understanding that benefits our employees, all of our staff, and our students and our sites. So, thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no one else, closing public comments at 8:27 p.m. Public hearing number 11/2024-2025, Desert Sands Unified School District's initial proposal to negotiate with the California School Employees Association, Chapter 106 for the 2025 to 2026 school year, opening public comments at 8:27 p.m. Is there anyone wishing to make a comment on this item? Seeing no one, closing public comments at 8:28 p.m. Okay. General Functions Business Services. There are 11 items in General Functions Business Services. Items 18.1 and 8 to 18.3 are resolutions requiring a roll call vote. Is there a motion to take items 18.4 to 18.11 as a group or individually?
I'd like to say we take 18.5 separate.
5 separate. So we'll take 18.4 and 18.6 to 18.11 as a group.
So moved, Porras.
Porras. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on those items? I will. So regarding 18.4, for the contractors, I do want to publicly acknowledge that Mr. Duran and myself, along with Mr. Aquino and some others, we spent almost 9 hours interviewing contractors. We went in with an expectation of recommending 3 contractors. We, after interviewing and long discussion, landed on 6 due to the various size of the projects that we have coming forth. It has been brought up in discussion that there should be a focus on providing local support, local work. So that is a focus that we did take into consideration in our decision. 2 of the 6 that we are recommending did have local offices. I personally asked the contractors if they had local connections with subcontractors. Of the 6, 2 of them impressively have worked with local subcontractors to become pre-qualified in order to do work with our district. Some important things that I really thought about when I was making my recommendations and giving my input was the importance of being cost conscious, understanding that this is taxpayer money that we are spending and that we're not wastefully spending taxpayer money. I think it was also very important to me that the people that we were recommending support our district, not just in doing work for our district, but supporting us when we need that support, as in our bond or our measure that we passed. And then last was obviously that to provide as local as possible. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that we did address that. Mr. Aquino, is there anything you wanted to add?
You actually covered pretty much
I got you.
most of all of that. Yeah.
I appreciate the comment because I know that, paying taxes, we're asking our community to support us and us, all of you guys who live in our community paying taxes, we want to try to keep as much of that work as local as possible, utilizing local subcontractors. And so I just want to say thank you to your efforts as we try to support our own community. If I'm going to get taxed, I want to try to keep it as local as possible. So thank you for the comments.
So for that group, all those actually I'm going to ask for a preferential vote.
Aye.
And all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0 with 1 preferential vote. So we will take item 18.5. Does anyone want to make a motion on that?
So moved, Porras.
Is there a second?
Second.
And any discussion?
Yes.
I want to just clarify, in light of the information that came forward, can you shed some light on that, Mr. Aquino?
Sure, and thank you for the information that I became in possession of. So I'm looking at the letter and I could see where a lot of the confusion resides. So just to kind of summarize, we have the Shadow Hills Wrestling Room project contract work that's on the agenda for approval. And one of those has an item, or part of it is to reject all bids for electrical work. The letter that was provided here, I could see where the confusion would be that they're pre-qualified on work through the district. The letter in itself is specific to Oliphant. This project that's on the agenda for consideration is for Shadow Hills High School, the wrestling room. So I think the text in the letter is confusing because it does read that they met the pre-qualification status for a whole year, which would basically allow them to bid on all projects with the district without having to go through a formal bid process. So, but the subject letter on the top is specific to Oliphant. Now, I'd have to double check. I'm not sure if they met the pre-qualification window, which I believe happens in February sometime for the entire year. And so that I would have to look at. I think one thing to consider with the agenda item that's being presented is, so it's for the wrestling room. There's two options. There could be a withdrawal of the rejection piece and approve all the other work. Or you could just reject the whole item in itself. I do want to just reiterate publicly that I believe the wrestling program starts to the end of November, December timeframe, and the project in itself was estimated to be completed in December, and so there's consideration for that as well. If there's a rejection of the entire item, then that potentially can delay work on the project, which would push the project out possibly beyond the season for wrestling next year.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just wondering if we were able to let through the other contractors on the project and verify the electrical part. Would one of the other contractors be starting earlier so that there wouldn't be as much delay?
I don't have that answer. I think one thing that would happen with a rejection of this bid package, number 22 electrical, the district then would obviously have to re-bid the project, and it would give everyone else an opportunity to go through the same process again. And so for the reasons stated in the letter that one of the subcontractors didn't have the license is the reason why the bid rejection is being placed. But that's the information that I have at this time.
We need to get more information, so that my point being that I'd rather make the right decision and not exclude someone when if it comes out that we made the mistake.
I think the letter that's being provided to the board as a reason for the rejection, in my opinion, wouldn't stand because it's addressing Oliphant Elementary School.
Work for Oliphant, but you can't do work for Shadow.
So, I'm going to try to use my limited expertise on this part. But if you are pre-qualified for the year, then you would be qualified to bid on all projects. But in this specific one, I don't believe that they are pre-qualified to bid on all projects, and so they have to go, for whatever reason, maybe they missed the window or whatever. So they would have to go through a formal process with the district for every project.
Is there any way to delay the vote on this particular item while you find out the real reason, the specific reason from Patrick or whoever?
Yeah, we could do that. Again, those options.
In just a few minutes, or?
I ask a question following up to your question, if you don't mind. So because the item is agendized to accept all of the bids except the one relating to the information that we received tonight. I think Mr. Aquino said that correct me if I'm wrong, that one option the board has is to pull out just the rejection part and vote on the rest of the agenda item. That would do what you just suggested and allow us to do a further investigation of it.
So can we, if you guys are in agreement, can we do just that and table the rejection to our next board meeting?
And then it would,
You would
but
be
then
okay
it would
with that?
start the bidding all over again and delay it?
It's
No.
assessing with Patrick why it was being rejected. So we're going to remove that, and so the motion is going to be for 18.5 to make a motion to accept all of the acceptance in that, but table the rejection of, can I have yours? You sure can. So we are going to, where are we? This one?
Table the rejection of the electrical component of the action item.
SoCal Web.
West Coast Electrical. Is that right?
Yes, Southern California.
I think you could use withdraw the bid package 22
Okay.
to approve the remaining package.
Okay, so we are going to withdraw, we're going to table the bid package number 22A, right?
Go up Jordan's line, is
Oh, 22, is it 22 or 22A? 22? Okay, so we will table, so the motion will be to table the bid package 22 to the next meeting and approve the rest. Is there a motion?
So moved, Alvarez.
Okay, so. Actually, we'll do preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions, motion carries 5-0 with one preferential vote. I'm going to ask if you can also get us that information in the Friday letter. Okay. Okay, moving on to 18.1 is a resolution. Is there a motion for 18.1? Is there a second?
Second, Dorman.
Roll call vote. Ms. Dorman?
Aye.
Ms. Pierce?
Aye.
Mr. Alvarez?
Aye.
Ms. Porres? Mr. Duran?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Motion carries 5-0 with one preferential vote. Is there a motion for item 18.2?
So moved, Dorman.
Is there a second?
Second, Porras.
Roll call vote. Ms. Dorman?
Aye.
Ms. Pierce?
Aye.
Mr. Alvarez? Aye. Ms. Porres? Mr. Duran?
Aye.
I'm an aye. Motion carries 5-0 with one preferential vote. Is there a motion for item 18.3?
Move approval, Duran.
Is there a second?
Second, Dorman.
Roll call vote. Ms. Dorman?
Aye.
Ms. Pierce?
Aye.
Mr. Alvarez?
Aye.
Ms. Porres?
Aye.
Mr. Duran?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Motion carries 5-0 with one preferential vote. General Functions Educational Services. There are 4 items in General Functions Educational Services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
So moved, Alvarez.
As a group?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second, Porras.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. Preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0 with one preferential vote. General Functions Personnel Services. There are 3 items in General Functions Personnel Services. Since this is a personnel item or items, our student board member will not be voting. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
Motion to take them as a group, Alvarez.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Duran.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. General Function Student Support Services, there are none. General Functions Superintendent, there are 2 items in General Functions Superintendent, both of which are resolutions. Since these are personnel items, our student board member will not be voting. Is there a motion for item 22.1?
So moved, Alvarez.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Roll call vote. Ms. Pierce?
Aye.
Mr. Alvarez?
Aye.
Ms. Perez? Mr. Duran?
I abstain.
And I'm an aye. Motion carries 4-0 with 1 abstention. Is there a motion for item 22.2?
So moved, Alvarez.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Roll call vote. Ms. Pierce?
Aye.
Mr. Alvarez?
Aye.
Ms. Perez? Mr. Duran?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Motion carries 4-0 with 1 abstention. Consent item student matters. Dr. Mabel Marr.
Yes, tonight in closed session, the board took action to approve the following student matters. Stipulated student case number 24/25-36 on a motion made by trustee Alvarez, seconded by trustee Porras. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of the stipulated expulsion. Stipulated expulsion case number 24/25-38 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Duran. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of the stipulated expulsion. Stipulated student case 24/25-39 on a motion made by trustee Alvarez, seconded by trustee Duran. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the recommendation of the stipulated expulsion. Stipulated student case number 24/25-40 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Alvarez. The motion carried 5-0 with the board accepting the amended recommendation of the stipulated expulsion order. Stipulated expulsion case number 24/25-42 on a motion made by trustee Porras, seconded by trustee Duran, carried 5-0 with the board accepting the stipulated expulsion order.
Consent items, business services. There are 7 items in consent items, business services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
I move approval. We take them as a group.
Is there a second?
Second, Alvarez.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I just want to say I think it's pretty cool that Indio High School is going to have a knit and crochet club. I think that's pretty cool.
You would, Linda. Oh, yeah. Preferential vote?
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0 with 1 preferential vote. Consent items, educational services. There are 15 items in consent items, educational services. Is there a motion to take these as a group or individually?
So moved. Take them as a group, Duran.
Is there a second?
Second, Dorman.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. Preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0 with 1 preferential vote. Consent items, personnel services, there are none. Consent items, student support services. There are 5 items in consent items, student support services. I am going to make a motion to take items 27.1 through 27.1 to 27.3 and 27.5 as a group. Is there a second?
Second.
And, any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. Preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0 with 1 preferential vote. Is there a motion for item 27.4?
So moved, Porras.
Is there a second?
Second, Dorman.
Any discussion? Hearing none, calls for the question. Preferential vote.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Abstain.
Motion carries 4-0 with 1 abstention and 1 preferential vote. 28 consent items, superintendent. There are none. Personnel action certificated. Dr. Hyde.
Okay, good evening. I am excited. I have a number of retirements, actually both on the certificated and classified side, so if you'll bear with me, I'd like to at least acknowledge and honor these employees. I'll start off with Maxine Cobb, who's retiring from Johnson Elementary after 26 years. Next is Enrique Davalos, who's retiring after 34 years and is currently at Dr. Carrion Academy. Pamela Lapointe from Madison Elementary. She's retiring after 34 years of service. Terrence Lee at Amistad High School, also retiring after 34 years of service. Kathleen Olmsted from Reagan Elementary School, retiring after 25 years of service. Sarah Salentik at Johnson Elementary School, retiring after 10 years of service. And then Mark Winstein, who is retiring from Van Buren Elementary after 19 years of service. Combined, these 6 employees have contributed 182 years of service to Desert Sands. So what an achievement. Let's really recognize and give them all a round of applause.
This is a personnel item. Our student board member will not be voting. Is there a motion?
So moved, Porras.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion?
Well, I just have to say, that's like a lifetime.
It's a couple, actually.
My
Or a
gosh.
few.
Like, that's a lot of lifetimes there. Anyway, congratulations on everybody retiring, and man, you're gonna have to like turn off that alarm clock and sleep in now. You know, it's gonna be a whole new life. Retire anyway. Enjoy your retirement.
I want to say congratulations. I know 4 out of 6, and I would especially congratulate Maxine and Pamela Point for all their years they've taught, and everybody. That's just great.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Personnel actions classified. Dr. Hyde.
Okay, thank you again, Dr. Watson. As I said, number of retirements. We actually have 12 individuals to honor on our classified group tonight. And I'll start with our own Daniel Capello, who is retiring after 9 years of service. He's currently our Director of Nutrition Services. Madhud Desai, who is an office technician at Palm Desert Charter Middle School, retiring after 18 years of service. Charles Horner at Ford Elementary School is a school site monitor. He's retiring after 6 years of service. Adi Korti, a paraeducator, special education at Monroe Elementary School, is retiring after 19 years of service. Frederick Leager, who's a campus security agent 1 at Adams ECLC, is retiring after 16 years of service. Gloria Maciel at Reagan Elementary School is a paraeducator, special education as well. She's retiring after 27 years. Janine Middleton at Eisenhower Early Childhood Education Center, paraeducator, special education, retiring after 29 years of service. Maria Palayo, who is an office technician bilingual at Shadow Hills High School, is retiring after 33 years of service. Jose Reyes, custodian 1 at Indio High School, retiring after 37 years of service. And then Terry Sabatello, paraeducator, special education, retiring from Adams after 17 years. And then Marcelo Villa Jr., custodian 1 at Indio High School, retiring after 28 years. And last but certainly not least, Edelmira Yanez, school site monitor at Van Buren Elementary School, is retiring after 6 years of service. You've heard a lot of really incredible veterans. Combine these folks, these amazing people who've contributed 245 years of service to the students, families, and staff of Desert Sands Unified. So big kudos to all of them.
Again, this is a personnel item, so our student board member will not be voting. Is there a motion?
Porras.
Is there a second?
Second, Pierce.
Any discussion?
Well, of course, we have to say something.
That's like 5 or 6 lifetimes right there.
There's 200 hours. That's crazy.
100 hours. That's
years.
years.
Years. Sorry about that. Yeah, I meant years.
It's older than the Constitution, right?
But anyway, I just want to say congratulations to everybody and enjoy your retirement. But man, Dan, we're sure going to miss you. You have done amazing. During COVID, you fed all of our kids and took care of everybody. And anyway, of course, everybody's replaceable, right? I know, but it's going to be hard to replace.
Not replaceable. Don't say that.
No, I even said that to him. I go, you're going to be hard to replace. And he's like, nah, it's going to be great. You guys are going to do great.
Very replaceable.
So I know he's going to really enjoy his retirement because he's really been looking forward to it and counting the days. So July 1st probably can't come fast enough for him, but anyway, congratulations, Dan, and everybody.
I just have one I saw there. It's Jose Reyes over at Indio High School, and so I worked there when he was there. He's a Cowboys fan. He's a really funny guy. Yeah, no, I know it.
Don't hold it against him.
He's a great guy, but you know, it goes to the old adage. When you get on a campus, you know, the first person you better make friends with is custodial staff, right? Those folks, you know, your classified people, because they're the ones going to help you out when you really need something done. And you know what? He was a tremendous support throughout the years. There, always had a smile, was always just a ray of sunshine whenever you went there. I don't ever think I ever saw the guy with the bad, you know, even when the Cowboys lost.
Which is all the
Which
time.
is often.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you know, but anyway, you know, and I'm gonna miss him. You know, I get to see him every once in a while, and I go there, and he's very jovial, and I'm really gonna miss him. So I'm gonna have to go and check in with him before he leaves. Make sure I get him. Take care, and so you know, best to all of them. Yeah, as they say, they earn their due, and congratulations to each and every one of them.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries 5-0. Call out of closed session actions. Dr. Mae Volmer.
Yes, this evening in closed session, the board approved the appointment of the following individuals. Certificated Management Recommendation Joshua Duvall as Assistant Principal at Glenn Middle School, Michael Williams, Assistant Principal, Summit Horizon, Michelle Sherland, Principal at Carter Elementary, and Anthony Abney, Principal, of Earhart Elementary. Classified Management Recommendation Justin Spinks as Payroll Supervisor. These all passed on a motion by Trustee Duran, seconded by Trustee Porras, and it was a unanimous vote.
Suggestions for future agenda items that receive at least 3 votes. Ms. Dorman.
I have none at this time.
Ms. Pierce.
I have none.
Mr. Alvarez.
I want to continue our discussion on, I know that we got some information on the Friday letter regarding how we can work to make sure that our schools' landscape and grass area is matching the beautiful buildings that we have. So I'm not sure we want to put that as an action item, but definitely want to explore continuing our conversations around that topic.
Horace. Mr. Duran. And I have nothing, except for I do want to wish everybody that gets a spring break a nice spring break. So, announcements. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Education is May 6, 2025 in the District Education Center Boardroom, 47950 Dune Palms Road, La Quinta, California. We do not need to reconvene to close session, and this meeting is adjourned at 8:55 p.m.